Hello, happy Wednesday. So, I'm inspired by Jay today, and I am filming outside. However, I'm feeling a bit self-conscious because there are a lot of people walking by. I kind of tried to pick a secluded place, and it's really pretty here. I'll show you guys later. But, yeah, people can hear me talking. Oh well, let's move on. So, I'm actually in a really good mood right now. I just went on, like, a walk around this man-made lake. It's really pretty. And before that, I went to the newspaper to file my name change in the newspaper. And she assumed that I was just changing my last name, but I was like, no, I'm changing my first name. And she's like, She's like, usually only foreign people change their first names. I was like, okay, well, can I pay you? And she was very nice and said yes. And that was that. So that step of my name change is done. So today's topic is how being genderqueer affects our everyday life. And I've been thinking about this, and everything that I think of, all the threads kind of come together, and I realized that the major way that being genderqueer affects my everyday life is in my relationships, both all interpersonal relationships, whether they're close relationships or just passing relationships. For instance, the whole bathroom issue, that doesn't have to do so much with me. I don't mind using the women's bathroom at all. Any stress that comes from that comes from my fears of the perceptions of other people in the restroom and what may happen to me, whether that's ridicule or something worse. It all comes down to how others are perceiving me. So in conclusion with the bathroom thing, it's the interpersonal relationships that affect my judgments on the situation. Whether or not I feel I can go to one bathroom or another, whether or not I feel like I'm in a safe place, has to do with the people around me. Another way that being genderqueer affects my day-to-day life in terms of relationships is who I like to be around and who I like to surround myself with. I don't like to surround myself necessarily with people who don't understand my gender. They don't have to understand it 100%, of course, but I like to be around my friends who call me Dylan and avoid pronouns and are awesome. Lately, I've realized in thinking about this video that I've been avoiding my mother a lot more. I recently told her about my name change, and she accepts it, like she knows I'm going to change my name, but she continues to use my birth name, and I know it's really hard for her, and I'm not judging her at all, but I don't like the feeling of it. I don't like the feeling of her calling me by my birth name, and it makes me not want to be around her. Same with, it's been hard at work lately because I know that I need to switch over because it's just getting more stressful, as some people know and some people don't, and they keep calling me by my birth name. It's not working out. So I don't like to be there, and that affects my day-to-day life, whether or not I feel okay with where I am. As far as other things that affect my day-to-day life in being genderqueer, I think Jay named them all for me. Stuff into bathrooms, getting dressed. Again, with the interpersonal relationships, the way that I hold myself or the way that I try to present myself is affected in my day-to-day life. If I'm on a BART or a bus or something, I'm aware of how I'm being perceived, or at least I'm aware of how I think that other people are perceiving me. I might sit like this, more slouched, so that's not a very good angle, but so that maybe I look like I have less of a chest, or, you know, I don't know. It really depends. Also, if people talk to me depending on the situation that I am, I know I'm being perceived as male. I may say very few words or none at all because I kind of want to keep that up for a while, or I just am happy in that place where people don't know. So that's interesting too. I don't do that all the time. I don't really care if people know what my biological gender is. I like my biological gender, but sometimes I do, depending on how safe I feel. So I really tried to make this not a ramble, but it's feeling like it definitely was a ramble. Basically, being genderqueer doesn't really affect my day-to-day. Sorry, there's a squirrel behind me or something that's scaring me. Being genderqueer doesn't really affect my day-to-day that much. It's just kind of a part of who I am, and it affects how I relate to the world and how I interact with the world, but I think that that's the case with everybody in life. So, yeah. Have a great Wednesday, and I hope the lighting turned out okay today. Lighting is the bane of my YouTube existence. I will leave you guys with kind of a view of where I am. It's really pretty here, so just a second. Okay guys, this is where I am. It's in a place called Foster City, California. Here's a man-made lake. There's this gazebo out there. I just walked around this lake. It's fun. There's like a little amphitheater type outdoor thing, and there's the Tai Chi guy in the middle performing for us. And yeah, it's pretty. I like it. Have a great one, guys. There's a guy doing Tai Chi over there. He keeps staring at me, and I think I'm totally like blowing his peace, zen, whatever he's trying to attain. It's kind of funny. He's far away, but he's staring at me. He needs to focus.